So now 6 people shot outside of a funeral of a 25-year-old young man. He went by the name of Dooski Tha Man. He was shot about 2 weeks ago. He was shot and killed by a drive-by. The man, one guy who was shot critically in the head yesterday, coming out that funeral, his name was FBG Wooski. I'm going to bring you guys some of Dooski Tha Man, some of his music. But some of the things I want to get to is, man, hey, it's getting real out here in these streets, man. It's only going to get worse. Let me tell y'all something. Even after Laquan McDonald, after finding Jason Van Dyke guilty, let me tell y'all something. Those police made it clear they're not coming to help us. They made that very clear. That's why not even 18% of murders are being solved. They're trying to say, nobody's cooperating. Stop it. There's a dude on YouTube right now that can tell you everybody who killed who, why they killed who, on which block they live. Then police are claiming, we don't know nothing. So one thing I was watching, Martin G. Johnson, the crime chaser, on Facebook, he was saying, mothers, get your children, especially if you have young boys. And yes, if you live on the south side of Chicago and you have boys, get them out of there. The police are only going to make things worse, in my opinion. They've made it very clear we're not helping nothing. And statistics prove it. You're not even solving 18% of the murders. That's very clear to me. They're sending a very clear message. They're not trying to do anything. And they're not going to do anything. Where are the guns and drugs coming from that's coming from these communities? And yeah, Martin G. Johnson was right. Get your kids out of there. Send them away. If you can send them there somewhere else with a family member, but get them off of the west side and the south side streets, because these streets will chew them up and eat them out. And it is a war going on, because I know a lot of activists, especially Dr. Umar Johnson, was saying, is there mercenaries? Just like if you watch The Purge, they're not killing each other enough. We need to get somebody in there. There was one weekend, 82 people shot, like 25 killed, nobody arrested. Why was nobody arrested? Who did that? We don't know who's doing these murders, because absolutely nobody's getting caught. But however, I'm going to bring you guys to a young brother's video. Lot of talent. I want to also talk to the young brothers. Stop listening to these rappers in the studio. They're not living that life. Both these young brothers was rappers. Well, one of them got shot yesterday. 6 people. I'm going to bring you guys this story. 6 people shot outside of a church, of a funeral. That's a new low. That's brazen. And it's getting more disrespectful, because women and children are all older lady. There was a 50-year-old lady yesterday that got shot in the head yesterday. 50. Yesterday. So I'm going to bring you guys, I'm going to start with his music video. I want you guys to get understanding who Dooski Tha Man was. Talented young brother. Very talented rapper. I'm going to bring you guys part of his video. Then I'm going to bring you guys this story of 6 people shot outside this church yesterday. This is my life in the shot. So let me bring you guys his video.
Hey, you up, bitch?
Just get the fucking man, man. Y'all know the fuck you coming, man. Strike game more beat shit, nigga. You know. Hey, but look though, man. Who the fuck want war with us? Seen a couple shots, they scared. I remember they was riding through Front Street, looking for Keith a little hair. When I pull up, the niggas used to run. I swear that shit was hilarious. They come back through, pop, pop, pop. Mix every shot, that's embarrassing. I stay on my blick like I married it. Half of you niggas don't carry it. We 4 deep, 4 heats, ain't got a stash at all. 12 hands, I'm bailing it. I get in the gym, I ain't saying shit. All the small talk irrelevant. Got a brand new 30 and it's fresh out the box. I swear it ain't celibate. Lil' Mo came through, blew all the shots out the girl, ready to turn a nigga to a mannequin. Headshot, net shot, by shot, by shot. Can't breathe, now niggas start panicking. Skate all full up on the top, bitch, tell her get in, game, need that head again. We had a bitch roll like Ferris wheel. Check it out, nigga, you never see it. Nigga, I'm on it.
As you guys can hear, man, he's very talented, man. The young brother got some flow, man. I like that track, actually. Man, hey, it's real on these streets, man. And they really, you know what I'm saying, doing the crimes they talking about, man. And a lot of times will get mixed up, man. A lot of these young brothers would actually follow some of these rappers who is in the industry, who are claiming to be out there shooting, killing, robbing, and stealing people, and the people in the industry ain't doing it. So a lot of these young brothers on the street are really doing these crimes, man, and kind of look up to the people in the industry, but the people in the industry ain't really living that life. They are actors that you hear on the radio and see on TV a lot of times. But these young brothers are really out here on these streets, man, and it's very dangerous, man, and we must get our children. This is why I do what I do, and this is why it's so important for group economics and for us to save ourselves. Nobody's coming to save us. However, let me bring you guys the story of 6 people shot yesterday.
Nigga, stop a nigga like Kane, nigga. Stay there, the city brain fall, nigga. You a lead, we insane, nigga. Hold up, wait, that's 12. I did the race, I gotta show you, stay with it.
He got some flow, man, and he dope. And it's sad to see, you know what I'm saying, young brothers lose their life. And when they could, you know what I'm saying, they was just that close to blowing up. I did a story on Doe B out of Tennessee. He got killed, man, too early.
We've learned a little bit more about the victims this afternoon. There were a total of 6 people who were shot outside the church. It was a pandemonium, a scene of pandemonium right after that happened. Many of those people who were shot were leaving a funeral inside the church. 6 of them injured, 4 of them were taken by paramedics to hospitals. 2 of them drove themselves. None of their injuries considered life-threatening at this point. Fortunately, no one inside the daycare was injured.
And we just try to comfort them. I mean, I don't know what else to tell them. We don't know what else to tell them. We just hug them and just tell them it's going to be all right.
Sherry Savage says there is so much gunfire in her neighborhood, the kids at her daycare, 2 to 6 years old, already know to duck when they hear shots. And police say they heard a barrage of shots just after noon. They were coming from across the street at a funeral for a local musician known as Dooski Tha Man was letting out. His real name is Vantrease Criss. He was killed by gunfire earlier this month. Witnesses today heard a couple of shots at first, apparently fired into the crowd. Then many more, several dozen more shots. Investigators have placed markers indicating where shell casings are located, but so far they have no one in custody.
After the incident happened, I do understand that when the police arrived, it was a very chaotic scene, crime scene extending 2 blocks with shell casings, multiple people shot.
Police say they have not yet determined a motive for this shooting or even whether anyone in specific was targeted. They have just reopened Cottage Grove to traffic as they're wrapping up their investigation here.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to...
As you guys can see, I'm going to bring you guys another video of someone...
His mama just fainted. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God, can I believe them? Woo, they said wooski. We need to go that way, dude. He's from Gyro.
G, KK. Listen.
Oh. Oh my God, this shit is crazy. Like, that shit so fucked up. Oh my God, they shot this man in his head. Shot him in the head, G. At the fucking funeral. Oh my God, G, that shit is crazy. Chicago has the red tape everywhere.
Be in front of the church.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is Henrietta, G?
G, they ass finna go crazy. The city finna go, G, they finna go crazy. They not finna play, G. They gonna go crazy. They're not finna play with nobody, G. They just shot this man funeral up. And he got hit in the head. They not finna play. They not finna play, Shreddy. They're not gonna play. Yeah, y'all need to cross the street. Y'all need to cross the street, baby. We need to get some out of this shit, G. Yeah, somebody, he in now.
Dooski mama famous, man.
Yeah, his mama famous. Bitch, her son just got shot.
If I wanted to. Honestly.
Gee, that is crazy. That's why I'm up for. They didn't want. We need to park in the middle right here where my cousin at. We need to get right here where this police car with my cousin in there, G, because they can't get here.
Alright, y'all gotta go.
We gotta, yeah.
Y'all gotta go. Go that way. Go. Please, I'm asking.
Yes.
I gotta get the ambulance in for the lady.
Yes. Oh, a lady got hit too?
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. So that's why his mama really crying?
Josh,
We need to go
where the fuck
get
y'all at? Mom. Yeah, it's a lot of police out here.
Gee, that is crazy.
Come on, we need to get from up here. Go that way, please.
Go this way. Oh my fucking God. I need to.
Where y'all waiting on? We gotta park at?
Gee,
I'm right here on this side. I'm right here on this side. I'm right here on this side block as soon as you come at the church. Is y'all okay? You okay?
She fell. They stepped all on her.
All on me.
Yes, because you know how it be like. That's why they kept telling us to stay in. Stay in. The repass.
I'm on this block right here, Josh. Right in front of the place.
Damn, I need Rufus.
You know, man, I don't follow this. They say O Block got shot up right after this, man. This was actually on Media Takeout as well today.
More people.
I need to walk.
Down there. More than one person got shot down there.
The woman they said Wooski got shot, a lady got shot. Oh my fucking God.
Walk right there. How many people in my car?
Gee, they get. Gee, it's finna be a motherfucking. They finna send it up, shorty. They're not finna play. They're not gonna play. Hey, D.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Right after that, there was a big shooting on that block, O Block. I don't follow this young crap no more, man. When I was young, I was into that mess. As an adult, I see that it's straight lunacy. This is the block it happened on, man. This is Google Earth. And that's where it happened, right here. Right there. That's where it happened, South Cottage Grove. Oh man, I want these young shorties to know, man, that it's lunacy, man. Get out of it. Get away from that area and put them guns down, man. Lead you to two places, dead or in jail. And at the end of the day, when you get grown, you'll look back and see that was stupid. That is absolutely silly. We were out there fighting each other for turf we don't even own. And when you get older, you're going to look back and be like, man, that was the dumbest damn thing. Here it is, you got partners who are dead for absolutely no reason. For your anger and your hurt. This is why it's so important for everybody in the community to come together and to get educated on the issues in our community. To come together and shop at the businesses in your community. Now, I understand 23-year-old young girl was shot. 23-year-old was shot. 27-year-old woman was shot. 25-year-old man was shot. Dang. And for what? We lost a lot of people just yesterday over something that was absolutely, totally silly. So now they're reporting that O Block was shot up immediately after Wooski was hit. According to Wooski's family, the rapper is currently still alive after multiple surgeries. The rapper was bleeding profusely from his head and was not moving on the ground before the ambulance came. And Wooski wasn't the only person hit. 4 others People were hit, including 2 females. Dooski is currently in critical condition in the University of Chicago Medical Center. A lot of people put up Instagram posts. Reports say another person named, well, no, I think they got that wrong. Named O'Block was immediately shot up after it hit. Currently surgery. I think they got that wrong. It was, anyway, this is what we're facing if we do not come together. Women, mothers, if you got your children on the south and west side, let me tell y'all something. It's just going to get worse. We got the worst politicians, the most corrupt politicians on the planet. Well, not on the planet, but definitely in the country. Definitely in the country. After that Laquan McDonald, let me tell y'all something. The police made it clear. What else do you want? They're going to step back. You see how many guns they had in that video? You see how many guns is on those streets? Every one of them rappers had at least 2 guns in their hand. And now it's average for these kids, man, that have been to more funerals than weddings. That's damn near with all of us. All of us got the same case, more funerals than weddings. These young brothers, man, I know this one teacher, man, he teaches high school. Each one of them buried like at least 10 of their homeboys in high school, man. This is what they're going through. This is what they're living. This is post-traumatic stress syndrome. So, you know, prayers to the families, you know, all involved in this. It's a state of emergency for our communities. You know, New Era Chicago was online yesterday. There was some of the stuff they were saying is, how many of y'all are going to be keyboard activists until you get up and get out and put some feet to the ground and get out here and help this community? How long are we going to sit back and watch our children die before we get up and say, it's enough is enough? And it should be enough. We've been watching our children die far too long. Anyway, make sure you guys comment on this video, man. Like, share. Let me know what you think. Follow my Instagram. And Twitter. I got a Twitter, and you can find it, My Life in the Shy, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook is my biggest following. Especially this. And share this video. Peace.